I was about to put him on blast. I was about to
You
put
can't
him
put me
on
on blast.
blast. He was having technical difficulties, people. We are almost at a year of doing this, and he was at technical difficulties.
Listen,
Well, well, let me just go ahead and start it off since he just popping on.
you just act
Welcome.
like you been on here 30 years.
I have.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Unfiltered No Chaser. We never ever say the name. We always go straight into the introduction. So welcome, people. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year, 2021. I'm happy that my co-host is still here with me.
Rolling.
Um,
Rolling.
so Happy New Year's, Erskine.
Happy New Year, Nitra!
How are
Like,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Let me tell you, it was great. It was relaxing. Just enjoying the family. Just enjoying the family. Of course, there was work. Always work. But it felt good to have the days off. Like New Year's Day off and then Saturday.
Yeah.
No, for Thursday. Well, it started Thursday afternoon. Friday we get to relax. Saturday we got to relax. Tomorrow we get to relax, and then Sunday, we got to get ready for the ride on
Yeah.
because we got new reports,
Mhm.
and we have a whole new system now. We have a whole new system now. So because we have a whole new system now, we have to tread. We have to go from doing our basic reports to this whole new system now. So it's definitely going to be a ride, but
Okay.
we got some good things coming. And
Okay.
yes, we do. Yes, we do. So
Well, while you're chit chatting, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm going to introduce myself. So, hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining in. Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New Year.
Year.
My name is Erskine E.J. Alexander. I am a mental health clinician here in the great state city of New York. Well, I live in the suburbs. It's all New York. I
Nobody
live
had to
in
know that. They
I got-
probably thought you was living in the brownstone.
yeah, yeah. No. I'm still cutting grass. Listen, I live on that grass.
Oh,
So anyway, I'm a mental health clinician here in New York, approaching 20 years.
congrats, congrats.
20 years of service at one of the most prestigious hospitals here in New York, in addition to approaching 10 years of practice with my partner, Miss Cecilia Bryan. Where I work at, and we do individual psychotherapy sessions, phenomenal supervisor, phenomenal director, and I thank her so much. So that's we're knocking on 10 years. So it's going to be a big thing for that. I'm a husband approaching 16 years and I'm a father approaching 13 years. And so Nitra has been my buddy this year as we approach what 26 years of
That's a long time.
a long time.
That's a long time.
Yep. So yeah, that's so I'm at proud graduate of Forest Brown College in Atlanta, class of '99, proud graduate.
No, it's been longer than that, Erskine.
What you talking about? Me and you, Chris?
Yeah, because A-Law would be 25 in May.
Oh, so 28, 28, 28 years of
It's been longer than that.
right, right. So it's 28 years of friendship with the great Mitra.
Almost 3 decades.
Almost 3 decades. We coming up fast on those decades. So anyway,
Oh gosh.
I'm also a graduate from West Brown College, class of
Mm.
'99, and I'm also a graduate from Columbia University here in New York City, class of 2001. And oh God, 20 years out of grad school and 22 years out of undergrad. So time don't wait for nobody.
No one.
Wait
No
for
one.
nobody. So that's my story. That's my spiel, and we're gonna get into it. So now we're gonna take it on down. Get back
We
on
still
down
ain't got this right.
to the DMV.
Well, as you all know, my name is Nitra. I am a jack of many trades. I'm a master of some. I work for the Department of None of Your Business. I am a GS level you know, employee. I have generational children. If you don't know what generational children is, generation children is when you have at least 10 years in between your children. So my first child, as I said before, she will be 24, 25 in May.
Woo,
Yeah.
woo.
My son is 22, and then my The baby girl, she will actually be 14 next week on the 7th.
Mm.
And I have a 20-year-old grandkiss. I don't say grandkid because I'm too fly to be a grandmama. So, but my name is Honey. So that's my grandma name is Honey. but but yeah, we've been doing this almost in April. This will actually be a year for us doing this
Top of it.
this show actually, and we have a lot of fun. Last week we talked about COVID. I had COVID. Woo, yeah. Stay safe, people. I mean,
Yeah,
even though I was doing the right things, I still caught it. Don't know how I caught it. You might see me cough a lot. I have asthma. It acts up in the winter months. So, that's what's going on with me. So let's just get into it, okay?
let's get into it. Let's get into
So we today is our first show of 2021.
2021.
Yeah, and so we wanted to kind of piggyback off of what we talked about last week, because towards the end of last week's show, we started talking about celebrities and more so singers that don't get that much. They're underrated, or they're just not rated at all for whatever reason, and they have tons and tons of experiences. And we also want to talk about, let's talk about what's hot on Netflix to watch, or Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime. Um, yes, you have to watch Erskine. Okay, he is a actor. He is on ABC's For Life, produced by 50 Cent, and he does other amazing things, and he also has a movie, insomnia, because I always say insomnia because I have insomnia, but it's actually insomnia on Amazon Prime. So please check him out. I
Yeah,
don't like scary movies, so I fast forward to his part and then I stop watching it.
yeah. Well, I just want to say this to our viewers real quick, and thank you all for your support. I didn't even talk about the acting that I do, but I'm also, like Nika said, I'm in the movie Somnia. That's out on Amazon. I'm also in the movie Six Tales of Sin. I'm in episode 5.
Yeah,
That's on Amazon as well. And I'm
yeah.
also in the process. I'm working on a project right now, Me Familia 2, that's going to come out in the spring of 20. Well, oh, I'm sorry,
This
spring
spring,
of
it's this
this year.
spring.
It's going to come
Yes,
out this year.
yes,
So,
yes. Because you
just
was in the first one also.
I was in the first one.
Hmm.
I had a small cameo in the first one. This one, I have a major supporting role, so I'm very, very excited. And
So when he makes it to the big time, okay, because I already feel like he's there already, and I don't get no acknowledgement, I'm gonna act a fucking fool.
you know, my mama probably watching this show tonight. I'm thinking about it. You never forget the people that help you support you along your way. So that them Georgia roots ain't gonna let me do that. You know, the only thing that'll slow us up from turning up is COVID. And I'm hoping we can get past this so we can do this show. Hopefully, she can come to New York and we can do the show together. And then we can go to DC and do the show together. And we can go to LA and go to Atlanta and just do this podcast together. So we're going to lift that up. We're not stepping ahead of anything because we learned clearly you can't do that after
Right.
what happened in 2020. So we take everything one day at a time. A lot of people personally, have always said Happy New Year, Happy New Year. And I'm saying Happy New Year
Say
too.
Jumanji. Everybody just say Jumanji.
Jumanji, we just take it one step at a time. And
And
that's
once again, we are matching Erskine
we are matching again
all the time.
all the time. I'm supporting this New York Knicks. But anyway,
But
uh,
anyway, let's get into it.
let's get into it. Let's get into
So last week we talked about Beyonce. Okay, so my brother over here is apparently he in the damn beehive somewhere trickling around, moonwalking or something, because he just thinks that her voice is like the best thing in the world. As I think she's just a good performer who can hold a tune, but she sound like a billy goat on some of her
You know
songs.
what? And people have cracked jokes about that. They have really, really cracked jokes about that. And I think
She yodels
she
when she's not supposed to.
yeah, but the thing about her, the thing about her that makes her, like you said, it's got to be the performance, the entertainment. She puts
Heck yeah.
she's She's a monster on stage. She gets it in. I personally, yeah, I think the debate that we were having last week about can she hold it down?
Sorry, I coughed.
No problem. Can she hold it down with her? Could she be in the space that she's in without her spouse? And my argument is yes, she
My
could.
argument is hell no.
I say
My argument was okay. So his argument was she was gonna be where she's at now, even
absolutely,
without Jay Z. My
absolutely.
argument was absolutely not.
I
My argument my argument was that although I think she's a good performer and she can carry a note, there are a lot. Let me just say this: there are Beyonce songs that I actually do like. So I'm not saying that I don't like none of her work because that would be a full out lie. I do like Beyonce's work. I like to see her perform, but I don't think she has the vocals to actually be where she's at. I believe had she had Matthew knows not got her with Jay Z, then that and they did the what was it, the Crazy in Love, where the fire blew up in the back and she was
yeah.
walking with the short shorts and the tank top and the heels and stuff. I just don't think that had she not done that video and linked up with him, I do not feel like that she would be the megastar that she is now, because when she got with Jay Z, that took Beyonce to a whole nother level. Now, has she never worked with Jay Z? Would she have gotten there? No. There are other good vocals that's better than her that has also worked with Jay Z. That's not at the mega status, and that's Chrisette Michelle. Chrisette Michelle can sing her ass off. Okay, she did collabs with Jay Z. Okay, but she's not where, you understand what I'm saying?
No, no.
But on the flip of that, Chrisette Michelle is not a performer. She's a vocalist.
Right. But the thing is, when you look at the total package, now Beyonce may not sing as great as Chrisette Michelle, but when you look at when you go to a concert, Beyonce is going to take that. She's going to take that. She's going to bring.
Okay, well, you think Beyonce gonna take that? You think she better than Janet Jackson? And we're gonna talk about Janet Jackson in her prime.
That's almost like a LeBron James, Michael Jordan debate. Is she better than Janet Jackson? Give her a little more time. She can hang with her.
No, she can't.
Yes, she can.
No, she can't.
I
No, she
think she
can't.
can.
Because everybody tries to say, "Oh,
I'm
well,
not
she's the next Michael Jackson." Bullshit.
I'm
She
not,
is not the
I'm
next
not,
Michael
I'm
Jackson.
not saying she's better than Janet, but she can hang.
So if you had a choice, like you see these means, blue pill, red pill, blue pill, Janet, red pill, Beyonce. Which pill you gonna take? Which pill you gonna
Well,
take?
you got to look at the era.
My son in there yelling Beyonce.
I have to side with him. If you look at the era, now when you think about Janet Jackson in the Control days, in the Rhythm Nation days, no, Beyonce can't touch her.
Now,
However,
I said in her prime, but I said in her prime. I'm
you
not
said
talking about the Janet now. I'm not talking about the Jamita Joe
okay,
up to now.
so
I
you're
said
talking
in her prime.
no,
Do you think that she could hang with Janet Jackson?
she can hang with her, but she's not going to pass her. No, she's not going to be, but she can hang with her. Yeah. She
Maybe
can hang with her. She was
with a whole lot of lip singing, right?
definitely. Janet ain't the best singer either. Janet
I,
is not the best singer either. We all know that Janet.
wait, why you think I put them two damn together?
You think about it though, when you think about the whole thing though, right? You got to look at, when you go to pay money for a concert.
Travis going. Me and Travis going to the Janet Jackson the Janet Jackson concert.
Yeah, okay, all right. No, the only thing I'm saying is, I really feel like, Beyonce was coming. She was going to be here. Is she carrying the same weight as Janet? No, but she's on her heels. That's almost like a Michael Jordan and a LeBron James debate. Hey Tracy, speaking of
Hey
Michael Jordan.
Tracy,
Hey Tracy, Travis, same thing.
I don't even compare. Look, listen here now. I'm from Akron, Ohio. Originally, I'm
Okay,
from Akron, Ohio,
okay,
partly raised and bred. Okay, I'm
okay.
not gonna even say LeBron is good as Jordan.
No,
that.
No, no, he's earned that now. At this point, he's
I'm
earned
not
it
gonna
really
say that. I'm not gonna even say Kobe was.
No,
And I liked Kobe.
wait a minute,
I'm not gonna say he was good as MJ.
Okay, I would say Kobe before LeBron. I definitely say Kobe before LeBron. LeBron, Kobe got Kobe got 5 rings. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah,
Defense, MVP, All Star. The Lakers would not let him go. 20 solid years
I
with one of
know.
the most prestigious organizations in NBA history. He has earned that 5 rings. Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron James has definitely earned his stripes, and
Yes,
he's
he has. All I need him to do is earn some clippers to cut the rest of that hair off. Because, baby,
it's all right. He done earned it though. He probably got enough money to
no,
buy
sir,
all
that's not sexy.
he has enough right now at this point
Or at
to be able to
least
do whatever he wants
sprinkle some up there. I mean, But anyway, going back to the subject, because we'll get off the
to
subject
do.
for
Right.
cutting jokes on people for a minute. But okay, so Kevin Wright said Janet rose to fame off of her family name. Beyonce worked from a group up. Yes, you are absolutely
Hey, Bo!
correct.
Hey, Bo!
You are absolutely correct. That is exactly, excuse me, that is exactly how that went.
Right.
However, comma, I still say, because without Jay Z, Beyonce would not be where she at. Because okay, look. Even if she had worked with Nas, hold up. Even if she had worked with Nas, she wouldn't have been where she at now.
I think she was coming. I think I think she be like some people were always talking about a Jay Z on a Breakfast Club a few years ago, and they were saying would he be where he's at if it wasn't for Tupac and Biggie because they were such heavy icons. Now
Uh-huh.
Jay Z said when they were here, he was here, and so he was coming. I personally think Beyonce she was going to be top. She was going to be top. That's all. And to be honest with you, and rest in peace to Aaliyah. I the body of work that Beyonce was going to come with and the energy of them shows. She hard. Now, like I said, she ain't got
No,
Janet.
I'm not discrediting none of that because my
Listen,
Matthew knows ain't nothing but a modern day Joe Jackson minus the ass beatings. Okay. No, because there are stories and rumors out there how he would have Kelly and Beyonce and the original Destiny's Child training in heels.
look, it shows. This girl can do all
So
kind of
therefore, ooh, excuse me, that was so therefore, that makes her an awesome entertainer, but not awesome to where I'm paying $500 to go see her.
nothing. But listen, I know friends. Let me tell you something. I got some friends down in Atlanta.
Uh,
Whenever Beyonce touched down in Atlanta, they faithfully see this young lady in concert.
Let me tell you something. If there was no COVID right now, yes, I'm not. I'm speaking in general. You all would be getting ready to pay for. You all would be getting ready to give up your income tax money to see her and Jay Z run away again. Cause every year for the past 5 years, them niggas was running somewhere to go somewhere, and it always came out. They was on the run in January because they knew in the February, March, and April they got your money for income taxes to help
What?
support their children. Okay, so thank God for COVID. Y'all don't have to give up your income tax money. But on the flip side of that, business wise, that is excellent marketing
For both of them.
for both of them.
Oh yeah. I think they both they do a great job in doing that in general. But as far as like total performance, like when people spend that kind of money to go to a concert, you really get your money's worth. I'm gonna give you a prime example.
Let me tell you something. Hold on before you give me this example. I call bullshit. I can't put it in my house. It ain't drawing me interest. Hell no, I'm not paying $100 and some to go see no damn Beyonce or no other artist. Period.
Well,
Pooh.
I can't say
As
that.
Lawrence would say, pooh.
True. I can't say that because everybody and for the people that's out here that's watching, especially my brother Travis, people like Bell Biv DeVoe. Yes, I've done it. Outcast, yes, I've done it. And when I say I can speak on this strongly, Belle Biv DeVoe and Outcast, they genuinely put on phenomenal shows.
Oh well, that's good.
That's
That's
the,
good.
they're really, and another performer as well, Busta Rhymes. The energy that they bring on the stage is phenomenal. Uh,
Okay.
Outcast, they had an Outlast. It was called the Atlas. They had a concert series. It was a 3 weekend concert series down in Atlanta, and this was a few years ago. This was probably about 2014, I think. 2014. And my beloved wife, shout out to my amazing wife, Sabrina, who got me the ticket to go see Outkast. I had seen Outkast before when I was a senior at West Brown College in Atlanta, and they tore the house down. And to see them bring that same energy from 1999 and to bring that same energy to in 2014, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
I'm not knocking anybody that does it. I was just saying for me, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm not knocking anybody.
yeah,
Now, there are concerts that I would like to see. Like if I could get if she ever on time, you know where I'm going with this.
yeah.
If she show up and she on damn time, I would go see Lauren Hill, Erica Badu, and Jill Scott.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay, I think that would be a whole vibe.
And I'm gonna
You
give you
know,
I
I
think
think, and I probably would go see them because I look at them differently creatively, if that makes sense.
it does. It does.
Um,
To piggyback on what you said, it depends on the type of energy that you want in the
yeah,
performance.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, Erica Badu, Jill Scott, and you said,
She, I said Lauren Hill if she
and
show
Lauren
up and be
Hill,
on time.
that's more of a, you're lounging, you chill. That's a chill, laid back concert. But when you think about concerts where it's going to be high energy, like a Velvet Bowl, like an Outkast, especially times, it just depends on the vibe.
Yeah, you know
So
I'm old. I can't do all of that. I don't. First of all, I don't like crowds like that.
well,
I'm still trying to get the nerves to go to an Essence festival, and I really want to go to the Essence
yeah,
festival.
I've heard a lot about the Essence Festival. Excuse me, Essence Festival. Um, I always thought it was like a female type event.
No, I
I
know a
never,
lot of guys that go, and and females and males, they've always said nothing but positive things. I've never heard anything negative other than it's overly crowded in New Orleans
yeah.
around that time, but I've never heard anything negative. Um,
Shout out to
let's
Tanya
see.
Gibbons, our Morris Brown College Tri-State alumni president. Miss Tanya Gibbons is watching. Hey, Tanya, Happy New Year.
Now, Tracy said something interesting.
Mhm.
Tracy actually said, although Beyonce is an excellent performance, vocalist no Tamar can sing Beyonce in her hive under the table, period.
I agree.
And I can agree with that.
I agree. I totally agree.
I can
Them
totally agree with that.
sisters ain't nothing to play with them.
Yeah,
I
except for Tracy, and you know, Tony and Tamar to me are the only ones that can sing. I'm just gonna be honest out that
it's
group.
the truth. It's the
I
truth.
think that they're the only ones.
I agree, Tracy.
Trina,
Who?
Tawana, Tracy. Oh hell no. but but what I like about um, Tony and Tamar, their sounds is completely different. Just like I like Solange's music. A lot of people don't like Solange's music. I actually
I
like
like her music.
Solange's music.
Now, I'm gonna keep.
And she's totally different from her sister. But I think I think it's cool when you have two siblings and they're in different spaces if they're both in like the music industry.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. Solange is a little edgy. She's a little more edgier than Beyonce, which I like. I mean, she's nice tracks out.
Man, Solange is
I
not
would
with the
like to see
shits.
more. I would like to see. Oh, yeah, she's off the charts. I would
Mama
like.
Donna said she like Frankie Beverly and the Maze.
Yes.
I
Um,
do too, Mama.
yeah,
I do too.
yeah.
I do too.
Shout out to my mom, Mr. Franklin. I had got them tickets to go see Frankie Beverly Mays a few years ago. I think it was probably about 2 years ago. Frankie Beverly Mays were in Atlanta the same weekend I was down there for Morris Brown College homecoming. And my mom had always, uh, she always wanted to see Frankie Beverly Mays. So shout out to her husband, Mr. Franklin. I was able to make that happen. She got a chance to see Beverly Mays
Yeah.
in Atlanta, Georgia. And he's a good performer. You know,
He's a very good
he's a
performer.
good performer, you know. So I think that's that's the most important thing when anybody's spending, whether it's any kind of money, period, go to a concert.
Oh, wait a minute. So Kevin says Solange is a byproduct of sibling talent. I want you to explain that.
Break that down, K-Bo. You got to break that down,
Yeah,
K-Bo.
explain what you mean by byproduct. I mean, we all know by what the word by is, and we know what the product is. But I want your definition of what you are saying.
We'll give K-Bo a chance to answer that.
Yeah. So, and then Tracy agreed too. She likes Frankie. He's a great vocalist and stuff. You know, my daughter again. She's almost 25 years old. She likes music of our generation, and
Yeah,
very seldom would I hear her listen to her millennial music.
because our music is so authentic.
Yeah. So she
Our
listens
music
to.
is authentic.
Now my son, he intrigues me a lot because my son is, he's a gamer. He's 22. He's a gamer. I mean, he has a full time job, but he's a gamer. And I hear him listening to music. But what was I watching? I was watching The Black Godfather last night, and they had old songs on there, and I can't think of right now what was some of the songs. When I tell you my son was singing word for word,
Hey.
and I was like, we were both sitting on the couch. Now I'm singing the song and I'm grooving, and he's singing along, and I'm like, you know this song? He was like, yeah. And then another song came on, and I'm looking at him. I was like, you know that song too? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So she says Kevin is saying that if her sister didn't exist, then she wouldn't exist. And so Tracy followed up. She said Tracy followed up and said she's riding the bootstraps of her sister. I don't
That's
agree.
true.
I don't agree, but okay.
No, no, no.
I
I,
do
I,
agree with Kevin.
I can't. I, wait, I'm gonna get you answer first, and I'm gonna give you my take on it.
I do agree with Kevin. I do agree that if there wasn't a Beyonce, there wouldn't be a Solange. Just like if there wasn't Michael Jackson and the Jackson Fives would not have gotten as far as they did. So I do agree with
I
that.
agree.
I do agree with that because, and the reason I really agree with that is because a lot of times, um, these record companies and stuff, they put you in these holes. So you might want to do something totally different, but they don't. But the good thing with having a sibling already in the industry is if you can sing, you can always be their backup singer. Okay, that's keeping the money in the pot. And also, you can learn other parts of the industry and not have to solely rely on the singing aspect. But I do agree. I do agree. I do agree.
Yeah, yeah, and also to piggyback on what you're saying, I think with Solange, she hasn't really put out that much work, and to really, really, to really, really have a ground for herself. Everybody knows she's Beyonce's sister, and I hate to say it, maybe she rides that wave and doesn't put out a lot because of that being her sister.
Okay, so Tracy said Jackson Fives was world known before Michael Jackson went solo.
That's true.
That is true. That is true. However, comma had their cousin. Okay, wait a minute. Randy was the original lead of the Jackson Fives.
Nah,
Yeah, he was.
not
He was.
Randy. Randy's the baby of the whole clan. It was
Okay, it
all
wasn't Randy was in the group too at one. Yeah,
well.
it was. They had it was a cousin. It was Jermaine. It was the oldest boys and two cousins. The original Jackson Five. Okay.
So you're
The,
talking Jackie. Now I know my Jackson, so I can give you the name for that.
okay, so it was Jackie Tito and what's that boy's name? What
Jermaine.
man? Jermaine and two cousins that were Jacksons. That was originally this is when they started going around doing the local talent shows and stuff. Okay, one of the cousins couldn't perform anymore, and Michael wanted to be a part of the group, and Joe finally let him get in the group after Catherine kept saying, just go ahead, let him do something, let him sing. Then they started doing more, winning the talent shows because they wasn't winning, they was just doing them and they was losing. Everybody said that it was good, but they wasn't winning. Okay, then that's when they got a chance to meet Barry Gordy and Diana Ross and all of that. So had it not been for Michael Jackson, there would not be a Jackson 5 now. Because of Michael's creativity, that's why he rose to fame. But then nobody put Michael up there. Michael put himself up there. Okay, the Jacksons wanted him to stay a Jackson 5 and stay in that pigeonhole thing, and then that's when he started.
Yeah, they all have the solo
Yeah,
project.
that's when he started that. No, even before the solo party too, he started dabbling and writing for other people and stuff too. And then remember, he once he went solo, he did the song with Barry Gordy's son. Oh, what's that dude's name? He sang this song. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Well, that was years later. Though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. There are things that Michael
Maxwell,
Jackson did. Yeah,
Maxwell, yeah. Inkwell, I think his name was Inkwell or something like that. I know who you're talking about.
it was similar to that, but that ain't it.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
I
similar
know,
to
I
that.
know the song. I definitely know the
Yeah,
song.
yeah. So So again, had it not been for a Michael Jackson, the Jackson Fives wouldn't have been as big as they were. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, no. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Rockwell, that's who it was. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. I knew it was a whale on the end, but
but
you said Maxwell.
but also Mike also wrote a record for Diana Ross called Muscles.
Yes,
That was
yes.
that's
And see,
I know it was because I wanted to be Michael when I was growing up, and Travis would have been Marlon.
oh my lord, let me tell y'all something. That's why you can never say that you would never listen to a artist. I'll never listen to this artist again because blah 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 blah. Let's just take R. Kelly for example. We all know he been pissing on kids and messing with little girls, and the parents ain't right because they send it that they
Yeah,
human traffic their daughters into this daggone man. Um, but to say that you would never listen to a R. Kelly song, you can't say that because R. Kelly was
yeah.
like Prince and was like Michael Jackson. They wrote for different genres of music, and you would never know unless you looked at the credits on who wrote what. And then even with
But R.
Prince,
Kelly
Prince
also
wrote,
Michael
Prince
Jackson.
wrote, Prince wrote under an alias.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. But R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson. He wrote "You're Not Alone."
He sure did.
I mean, like I said, let's take away all the extra stuff that R. Kelly got going on. You can take that out. As far as musical gifts,
Yes. Yes. So Tracy was talking about Michael Jackson wrote for Blackstreet and Brownstone. Tracy, did you know that Brownstone was on his MJJ record label?
yeah,
A lot of people didn't realize that Michael Jackson had his own record label.
sure,
So yeah, she said Travis said he did the background vocals for Michael. Yeah, he
yeah,
did. He sure did write for Michael. They wrote for a whole genre of people. They
yeah,
ain't just get rich off of them singing.
right,
Multiple streams of income.
yeah. Just phenomenal music, just phenomenal music. And so when you say that your son is listening to a lot of our music that we grew up on,
And it
it
makes me
makes
so
sense.
warm.
Yeah, because the music that came out, when you think about the music that came out in the 80s and the 90s, it was so authentic. So authentic. And I think, unfortunately, I'm not trying to step on the new
The
generation,
70s too.
the 70s,
And
70s.
early 80s.
Unfortunately, the new generation is a lot of sampling. Not that Puffy didn't do it, that's another conversation. But what I'm saying is, our music is so authentic. And it's just, and I think the younger generation, they've tried to sample because we've seen stuff now where people have tried to sample music that came out a few years ago because they're not really showing the creativity on their end as artists. Our music is so authentic. It's so authentic. And you think about the music of Michael Jackson, about the music. The SOS band. I'm gonna tell you something. The SOS band, one of my favorite groups of all times, and I'm talking about they came out when we was in the first, second grade. No, 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 no. Back it up. Probably before that. We
Shoot,
probably
I was listening to Luther Vandross, Peabo
same thing with
Bryson,
Luther.
and
Same thing with
Freddie Jackson when I was in elementary school, honey.
right, right. I mean, because that music was
Okay,
so
and the
authentic.
little Betty. Okay,
Betty, right?
yeah.
But you know what?
And the little Millie Jackson.
And we know Millie too.
My mom
Yeah,
had the
yeah, that's
record, and she
all.
was like, don't touch this record." And I was like, "Lady, this is a beautiful black lady on here with red lipstick, long red nails, and this lacquer suit, cat suit on, bodysuit, whatever you want to call it. You got to go to work one day, and I'm gonna listen to this record. I'm gonna listen to what they're talking about."
And boy, he
But
was beautiful.
Tory Lanez, have you ever listened to Tory Lanez?
I've heard his music, but I'm not a big fan. I kind of lost.
He is fucking trash.
Well, I
Let me
lost.
tell you something. I was doing my daughter's eyelashes because I before the pandemic I was doing eyelash extensions on the side, and I had my earbuds in. My daughter had her earbuds in, and I'm listening as I'm lashing, doing her lashes, and a few Tory songs came on. Now the most popular one that I've heard by him was "Say It," and you know that was sampled by Brownstone.
Yeah,
"Say It,"
yeah,
right?
yeah.
There were two more songs that came on, and it was Destiny's Child, "Say My Name." Instead of hit, okay, so the Brownstone, he just came out and said that one was called "Say It," just like Brownstone. "Say
Yeah,
My Name" was not "Say My Name," it was SMN.
yeah, yeah.
And then he had another one that he redid from um oh my, Jagged Edge. "Let's Get Married." They
He
slowed it
did
all
that.
the way down. They slowed it all the way down, and he was, and he was saying, but you could still hear, Jagged
Mhm,
Edge saying, saying, "Let's get married."
mhm.
But as I got to the Beyonce one, Destiny's Child, "Say My Name," I asked my daughter. I said, "So does he? Is he like replying? Does he reply to all the female songs, like the old female R&B songs, as if people my age not gonna know that these are sampled
That's
songs?"
what I'm saying. And that's the issue. That's what I was saying right before you brought that up. The
Yeah.
creativity is not there, unfortunately, coming a lot of some of the new artists. Now I must say, they do have some good people, good so as far as the new generation is concerned. Let me
Her.
say,
Damn it.
yeah, I was just getting ready to say her. I was, I was just, I was just getting ready.
Her is a beast. I don't care what nobody say.
Yes, I was just getting ready. Keep in mind, thinking like Nietzsche. I was just getting ready to say, her is good.
Hmm.
I like Ella May.
Ella
Uh,
May is good.
Ella May's good.
Sanai, her name begin with,
Sonog, SNOH.
no Sinead, and her last name begin with a G.
I know who you're talking about, but also Snow, SNOH. That's her name. So she sings a song called "Whoa."
Okay. Okay.
She's good too. She has what's the guy from well, the guy that played Apollo, the guy who played Creed. He was like a love interest in it.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
phenomenal video, phenomenal song. So yeah, it's I like her.
Yeah.
SNOH, but she's good. Definitely her. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm
Hold on. It was another girl I was thinking, and I can't think. Dang, it slipped my mind when you was talking.
no, I'm gonna tell you.
Tatiana Taylor. Yes, she is really good.
Now let me say this.
Scissor. I mean, I can listen to her.
She put out a
I
good.
Yeah,
Put
she
out a
put
good.
out a good. I can listen to Scissor. Um, Tatiana Taylor, very underrated.
Now let me tell you something about her.
Very underrated.
Tiana Taylor, it's Tiana Taylor. She, I want to say this, and this is for all our viewers that's watching. Tiana Taylor, and I'm gonna say this, and if anybody want to chime in, chime in.
Look like Cicely Tyson.
No, no, Tiana Taylor put out the best album in 2020.
Did she? I ain't listened to the whole one, but
Now,
I listened to a lot of her music on. Well, for what it's worth on Pandora.
Listen to her new. She has a new album out. Shame on me for not knowing the name of that album. She has a song on there called "Concrete." Through the roof.
Is that the one with Iman?
She no, she had
No, that one's called Work or something with
yeah,
her and Iman.
yeah. She got that one. She has
Oh, I know who it was. Who I wanted to say.
I do. She has a song called "Low Key." I think it's called "Low Key" by Erica Badu. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. The one her and Erica did. That's a
yeah.
nice song.
hmm
Yeah,
But
that's a nice. And Erica don't do no collabs with no damn body.
so what I'm saying is
Well,
with
Common
her,
and
right,
like that, but
that's different. But I'm saying as far as that she's on that this
yes,
song.
Cheryl, that's who we talking about. She
Mhm.
talking about the one that was like Byron. Yeah, that's who we talking about.
Yeah. She's good. She's a phenomenal singer, man, phenomenal singer. But her album is awesome,
So
awesome.
how do you say the girl's name? Anak you, whatever, the one that sang Pussy Fairy?
I know what you're talking about. I can't say her name. She sings a song for Tiva. I know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
she's good too. Have you heard her songs?
Jane Cole, wasn't it Jane Cole?
Yeah, she used to be with J. Cole or something like that.
No,
Big
no, no, no,
Sean,
no.
one of them.
Jane Cole. Jane Cole. JHEIN
Oh, oh,
K
oh,
O.
oh.
That's her name. Uh,
Oh. But she's good too.
yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's good too. So M Pretty Precision Pincushion McCoy said, yeah, but her promotion was trash, so no one knows it's good. And she got a good song with Method Man and Ghostface Killer. Oh, okay. Now you know Clifford Smith. That's my baby daddy in my head. Okay.
We rocking with that the man. Period.
Child,
So yeah,
like sweet morning dew, baby.
yeah, she did her thing. She did her thing. Tiana did, but I think like Marcus said, that's my man Marcus. Big Mark, North Carolina. What's up, baby? But like you said, yeah, the album wasn't promoted, or pushed the way it should have been pushed because
And this is my point. You have people that have good that can actually sing,
yeah.
and they don't push these people. Like I think Fantasia would be further than she is right now, and I think that Jennifer Hudson should be further than what she is right now. But they don't push these people, and it's just sad. But they'll push somebody like, what's that girl Tiana Marie that's now on Love and Hip Hop? You know these one hit wonder type people
Oh yeah.
because they cute and they can't half sing, but people say they got the whole package, and it's like no.
I think you just have to catch that artist where the artist pops, where they can pop, you know. Um
Oh, and
Fantasia, I like Fantasia, and she's got a good body of music as well.
Fantasia's little Patty.
Right. Well, you got people that love that style.
I like Fantasia.
Can't, can't say nothing
Do
about
you know when Fantasia was on what's that show? American
it.
Idol? That was the only time I watched American Idol from start to end.
Yeah.
After that, when I didn't watch it no more until they start showing the bloopers, the auditions before leading up to the show coming on, I would watch those sometimes. Okay, so yes, you said Cardi B is from Love and Hip Hop. Yes and no. Cardi B was her own person prior to Love and Hip Hop, because Cardi B was doing a whole lot of Vine videos when she was stripping. So because of her being on Vine and because of her having that following that she had on Vine, Mona Lee came and scooped her up. And she told Mona Lee at that time she's only doing one season with them.
Mm.
One season.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, one season with them. Which it turned out good. You
It
know,
did. It
for Cardi. I like Cardi. Cardi is, if I was in high school, Cardi would be my alter ego.
did. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's scary.
But I'm old enough to be Cardi's mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's okay. But yeah, she definitely she's entertaining. She did good. She won a Grammy. She won a Grammy. Yeah.
Kevin, are you only thirsty people knew who she was? Are you calling me thirsty, young man?
What do you mean? What do you say as far
We
as?
was talking about Cardi. He said, yeah, but the world didn't know. Just thirsty niggas knew who she was. Young man, I know you ain't calling me thirsty because I don't
No, no,
thirst
no, no,
after
no. I
no
know
woman.
exactly what he said. No, no, no. I
Oh,
understand.
you saying like the men that because she had started getting her butt done and she was a stripper? Is
No,
that what you saying? I need
no,
him to clean that up real quick because I'm a little confused.
no,
I
no,
ain't
no,
confused. I know what you look. I ain't confused. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I'm just messing
I'm
with
with
you.
you, bro. I'm right here with you, bro. I'm right here with you.
Yes, Cheryl, sex sells. It
Ah,
absolutely does. It
Cheryl,
absolutely
right
does.
on the head, right on the head. Right on the head.
He
So I
said,
told
Marky said, I wish I was still young. You are young. You as young as you want to be. Okay? It's just certain things you just can't do no more. Okay?
no, Mark can back Carter. The general, we call Mark the general. He can back, man. He can back. He come to New York, man. Don't come to New York now. But I'm saying prior to you come to New York, I know exactly where to take you where she was at. I know exactly. But yeah, but Cardi B, she's entertaining, and like they say, they Jermaine Dupri had a discussion about MCs and female MCs. He had MCs like MC Light, the Brat, Queen Latifah, who really got lyrical skills. But then there was a time shortly after that when the Little Kims and the Foxy Browns came on, and they had lyrical skills, but then it started to turn sexy. You know what I mean? Like Little
Because
Kim,
it sells.
cause let me tell you, Little Kim album cover would have made you buy it. If you ain't heard that one
Hell yeah, it would have made you buy it.
her album cover when she was in the front,
When she was crotched down.
yeah, you would have bought that just out the gate just because you saw the album cover. I'm gonna buy that.
And here come little old Nika, whatever her last name is, Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Some people look at Nicki Minaj in two ways. Some people say she straight bit Little Kim because that's the way Little Kim took it. But then you have some people that say she's paying homage to
Bullshit. She never paid homage to Kim. She's never acknowledged Kim. So no, she's not.
what
She just stole a look.
yeah,
Because people that don't know Kim, the younger generation thought that shit was new. That's why, like Missy Elliott, she came out with the song where she was talking about what's the name of that song? Her last song that she came out with, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, who is Missy Elliott?" They like the millennials, and my daughter's looking like, "What? Y'all don't know who this is?"
yeah. Well, you know it's bad
So
when
my
they
but the funny thing is, my youngest daughter, she purposely fucks up Missy's name. She don't say Missy Elliott. She said Miss E Elliott.
yeah she.
But that's just like Tweet. Remember Tweet?
I love Tweet. I got a CD in my car right now.
You know.
But that's
But
that.
hold on. Let me tell you about that song that she came out with. What was the name of the song?
It was just out my head.
Okay. I had just came back from Korea. All right.
2002. That must have been
I
2000.
don't know if Samia is still on here, but me and Samia was driving around in the DMV. Okay. That song came on. And we was like, oh yeah, we like this song. We like this song. Then one day we was driving around and it came on. And we was like, is she talking about she touching her? Oh Lord, she touching herself. They play this now on the radio. We had no idea. We had been overseas, so we had no idea that radio had changed,
Yeah,
and they had started playing a little bit more cussing. Cussing didn't come on until later on at night on Friday nights. That and Saturday nights around 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's when you got all the cussing music
right.
that they were allowed to play.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, when we realized that Tweet was talking about masturbating, we was like, oh my God, they're playing this on the radio. But I like this song. Yeah.
Listen, she didn't have no problems in New York. She didn't have no problems. It came out in 2002, and it was always on the radio. There was no issue with that, and I think and plus she was produced by Missy, and at that time Missy was sky high. She was through the roof. So I think anything, anybody that she put out, they was going to get recognition. Especially in this market up here. And same thing. I'm pretty sure they played the record down south, West Coast. She was huge. She was huge. She was huge here in New York. I mean, she was huge nationwide. I
Who
think
we talking about again? I'm sorry, I sent a message to somebody. Who we
about
talking about?
Tweet, Tweet. That record 2002. She was hot. So I think good music is good music. You know what I mean? And she had her reign. Like I said, I still got that CD in my car right now. It's
Do you? You
oh
know
yeah,
what? See, no matter. Okay, let me see here. Hold on. I have had 5 cars because I was at one time I was just flipping cars like it was nothing. But I've had 5 cars since the Miss Miseducation of Lauryn Hill CD come out. Do you know my car is not complete unless that CD is in my car?
Lauren Hill.
That Lauryn Hill and Bob Marley's greatest hits.
Okay, okay.
I gotta have it.
Yeah, no. They good. Me personally, I'm gonna keep it above 50 with y'all. I hope all our viewers.
Hmm.
I'm 112. I'm jagged edge.
But
Those my
I
era.
like the grown and sexy music though.
I'm 112 jagged edge. I like. I mean, even like right now, Jodeci definitely.
I can listen
Nobody-
to all of that, but there are certain times when you need to take it back, take it back, take it back to the
SOS,
OJs,
the SOS band, the OJs. Yeah, I
Luther.
Luther. So there's certain moments I wake up and I have my headphones on, and it's a Luther moment. And then there's other moments where it's a 112, a jagged edge moment. And then it could be, like I said, the SOS band moment. So yeah, good music is good music. Good music is good music. And I think during this COVID, I think we all had to find ways to entertain ourselves or just study more or have an understanding
Absolutely.
of things with music. We all had a chance to sit down and do that because you're working, everybody, for the most part, everybody was working from home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you find yourself interested in new music, old music, you find yourself comparing to.
Yeah, because when we were working every day prior to COVID, I play music. I have 2 offices on 2 different bases, and so I play music all the time. So if somebody came into my office, okay, the only thing I do not play at my job is heavy metal, soft rock, soft rock, and I do not play rap in my office. But
Yeah.
everything in between there, that is what I listen to. Like I listen to the older music. I listen to Billie Holiday. I listen to the French Cafe. I listen to a lot of genres of music. So one of the guys that I work, one of my offices is actually in the police station on the other end of the building. And he told me one day he came in my office, asked me about his computer or whatever, and he said, you know what? He said, your office is very interesting. And I was like, why is my office interesting? Like, what makes my office? And he said, because every time I come in here, you're listening to music. I said, okay. He said, but the thing about it is that you're a black woman, but I never know what you're going to be listening to when I walk in. And I said, really? So you just gonna stereotype me like that? And he started laughing. He was like, no, I'm just saying. I said, no. I said, my dad was in a singing group when he was alive, long time ago before him and my mom got married. So he always had us listening to different genres of music. So I just like music. Speaking of switching lanes a little bit, have you seen the show Bridgerton?
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Let me tell you something. They took on what's that girl's name? Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Thank you. Her song Thank You.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that song?
No.
Okay. It's a good song.
It's
Okay. And they gave it an 1800s twist to it. And it was all violins and cellos and stuff.
mm, I never heard.
Sam, I noticed it. And our classmate Sam, she made a comment about it, and she was like, "Just in case you all didn't know, they was playing." And I said, "Oh," I said, "I picked up on it." I said, "The only way you would have known that that's what that song was is that if you have an ear for music and you could hear it." And so she said, "Yeah." I said, "But make sure I wasn't going crazy. I used my handy dandy Shazam." And Shazam is an app, if you all don't know, that no matter where you're at, if it's playing music, all you have to do is open up the app and it'll listen to what's being played and it'll tell you the artist and the song, even if it's changed. So that particular song, "Thank You," it didn't say Ariana Grande. It actually said the something something violin orchestra or something to that point. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. No, I think how they come out with shows and they bring music in and they kind of twist it around a little bit. I think that's great. Me and Travis, we was in the band at Morris Brown as well as at Carver. So, we
Well, we
naturally
know
all
about Carver and you in that
know
band.
about yes, Joe. We got a classmate consistently brings that up. Erskine, you a drum major and you was running
Let me tell y'all, whew, but y'all don't know, Erskine was a
about
drum major. Erskine was a drum major. Y'all only see this much of him being ha 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 all over the place. Imagine him as a drum major. And our band teacher, he was not the normal. We're gonna play this song. Do 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 do. No, you would have thought we was Florida State University. Morehouse Spelman. He had us doing all of that kind of stuff. And we
yeah,
was in high school. And
yeah,
if we didn't get it right, Ernest Webb would have a freaking fit.
yeah.
Listen here, buddy.
Hey, buddy, it,
Either you're gonna play it like I tell you, or you're gonna get off my field.
and
I
it
can
was
get somebody to replace you.
he really it was so funny. Ed, shout out to my boy Ed Reed,
Yes.
Kenya Woods, Jamie Hunt. The four of us were drum majors together at Carver
Don't
High
forget Steven. Steven was a drum major too.
School. No, 1995. 1995. But no, but it was just me, Ed, Kenya, and Jamie that year. Steve was
Yes, yes. Steve graduated before we did.
yeah, but Ed and I, we were the energetic ones, and we were the ones that were twerking on the field, bouncing all over the place. And there were certain games where we had to bring that energy. Like we played against Kendrick High School, we played against Spencer.
Yes.
We played, especially we played in school.
Spencer. If we played against Spencer, oh, you might
Yeah,
as well hang it up.
so we had to bring that extra energy, and there were times when Mr. Webb would say, "Didn't I tell you not to do that on the field?" Because me and Ed was, we was out there doing our thing, and he would be livid, livid. And he pulled me to the side. He said, and Ed was right there. He pulled me to the side. He said, Erskine, go out there, booty shaking and twerking and doing all that crazy stuff. But mind you, we're playing Kendrick High School. That is our arch rival. And I knew the drum majors at Kendrick, and shout out to Tasha Minner. Yeah, the goal was to crush them. Crush them. I can't speak for what the football team was going to do, but I know for the band, what we was representing, we had to
But we was about to, wait a minute, and that was the year we changed the daggone color guards
right.
uniform. We said, "Fuck that." The damn major wrestling are not gonna look better than us. We're gonna wear. If y'all gonna be half naked, we gonna be half naked too.
We got out there. That was the first game of the season, man. And me and Ed lost our mind, and the crowd was like, wow. We showed out, and it was memories you'll never, never, ever, 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 ever forget. My brother was on the drum line, Travis was on the drum line. So we just it goes so far back, but that's where we learned musicianship. We learned discipline. We learned organization when it came to music and just being in the band. And through all of that, we all ended up getting scholarships to be in the band at Morris Brown in Atlanta. And so when we got to Atlanta, it was a whole different ball game. And that was when you got introduced to the marching, high stepping, high stepping, high stepping. And if you didn't get it right, they made you do push-ups. So I just want to say for the record,
Drumline.
drumline. I want to say this for the record. I want to say that I got to hold the fort on this one. Let me tell y'all something. And Travis and anybody that was in the band, stuff that Nick Cannon was doing in drumline, he would have never ever in life pulled that off at Morris Brown College or in pretty much any college. You don't back talk your section leader. You're not late to practice and not know your stuff. You do push-ups. And then if you got the audacity to back talk, well, guess what? They got the upperclassmen that will dump on your ass. Anybody up there, y'all know I'm telling the truth. That's just facts. But the one thing about the band is such a family oriented atmosphere, and it is exactly that same way to this day. You know, certain bonds, certain friendships, certain things that come together with the different students being in the band, and we still solid to this day. So shout out to the Morris Brown College marching Wolverines. You know, just thank you guys so much for a great experience, and that's something that we always look forward to when we go to Atlanta for homecoming because to celebrate that moment. Because let me tell you, so the football team could be getting blowed out, you know, but the band, you know, we live up in the stands and turn up in the stand, and it was just such a great atmosphere, and it really changes the dynamic of the game, especially with the football teams. So yeah, so kudos to the band. But don't
Okay,
ever think they can't.
now going back. Tracy, we're going to talk about some old songs again.
What Tracy said? What
So
Tracy said about the old?
Tracy said, don't forget Blue Eyed Soul, Tina Marie, Boy George, Hall and Oates, Phil Collins, U2, Arrhythmics, and Annie Lennox.
Yeah, Eddie
Yes,
Lennox.
because I had
Yeah,
Annie Lennox on rotation at J.C. Penney's in the junior department when I on worked at J.C. Penney's in high school. So everybody knew when Nietzsche was at work because I played this one particular cassette tape all the time.
yeah. Tina Marie and Rick James. Rick James.
Yeah, don't forget Rick James. Rick James was a
Yeah.
beast.
Tracy, you should have been in the band, girl. All this music, you know, let me find out. Let me find out, Tracy. You should have been in the band with us or in the chorus, one of the two. But yeah, but that's just good music, you know, just good music, just different dynamics of music, and you learn it, you know, different eras, different genres of music, and that plays a major part in understanding. So, yeah, yeah. Tracy, you go ahead, girl.
That is crazy.
So,
Nah, I just saw something. I just started laughing. I'm sorry. Let me get my bearings together. let
oh Lord,
me
you're going into the left field, y'all.
let me get my bearings together. But yeah, so okay, so switching gears a little bit on music. We wanted to talk about excuse me, what have you been watching on TV? I'm tired of watching TV.
I've been watching a lot of Netflix stuff. A lot of, you know, Christmas. Of course, you know, we're coming up for the Christmas holidays, so I was watching a lot of Christmas movies. I'm still a big fan of watching old school movies, so I'll pop on Best Man. I'll pop on the Best Man Holiday, which is something I like to watch around Christmas. I know it's a sad movie, and that's the only movie that can get me a little weepy eyed. Best Man Holiday. But yeah, I ain't gonna front, man. You know, it does. But as far as like watching regular TV, nah, I haven't. I just, you know,
I,
I don't know.
the only time I watch regular TV is if I'm watching football. And yes, Nitra has completed, well, almost completed next month in February, a season of football, a season of football that I
Good
have
job.
watched this year. Okay,
Good job.
I just might need to change my team to the Cowboys now, but
Now there you was the wrinkle, because my wife is a Cowboys fan.
I might have to go. Well, maybe Cowboys be my backup to the Saints. I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know just yet.
okay,
I don't know just
in
yet.
the Saints.
I don't
Well,
know.
you know,
I don't know. I don't know.
well, for me, you know, I always put for the New York
The
Giants
Falcons.
and the Falcons. The Falcons, I gotta always.
Falcons ain't been right since Michael Vick left, and I wasn't even watching football to know that.
Facts. But I'm gonna tell you something that you might need to pay attention to, and you're in the area. Mr. Lamar Jackson, quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. He is a
Sir,
two.
I'm not watching no Ravens, and I'm not watching the football team.
Oh, you don't like the Ravens?
Mm-mm.
Lamar
Mm-mm.
Jackson is a 2020 Michael Vick. Just so you know, watch him. Just watch him. I'm not saying you're gonna convert to being a Baltimore Ravens fan, but watch him.
Now
Just watch
I got a
Baltimore.
homegirl. She is a die-hard Ravens fan.
Yeah, and and,
And I
and
just be looking at her like, girl, shut up. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna be honest. You know, there are certain teams that you may not be a huge fan of, but they'll have an exciting player. I always like the Falcons because you want to see the home team win. Shout out to the Falcons. You want to see the Giants win because you live in New York. But there are certain players like Lamar Jackson, who's quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, who's very exciting to watch. And even for the Dallas Cowboys, I was very hurt when their quarterback got hurt. Shame on me not knowing. Dak Prescott, that's his name. He got hurt. That was painful. The New Orleans Saints, there's a lot of Saints fans that are out there. My thing with the Saints, they done done it already, and they got paid. Sean, quarterback, uh,
okay.
Drew Brees. Drew Brees. So he's a good quarterback, and I salute him. Um, but you'll pay attention to the Saints for that reason. So, and I feel like they've done it already. So I want to see the Falcons win the Super Bowl. New York, I've been in New York. New York walked away with two Super Bowls. That's exciting. So naturally, it just depends. It really, really just depends. But I'm just saying in that area, Lamar Jackson is definitely excited to watch that quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. So something else that I've been watching a lot last year. And I watched it previous times if I had to. Okay, so prior to 2020, I didn't have time to watch TV because I was always up and running, trying to figure out, there was a lot of stuff going on in each life, as Erskine knows. So I didn't watch a lot of TV. But 2020, I did watch a lot of TV. I watched way too much TV. I was not productive at all in 2020. I don't feel. Um, well, I like Nigerian African movies. They have some pretty good storylines, and I really like watching that. And a lot of things that I found myself doing was binge watching a lot of stuff. Um, so I binge watched Bridgerton. I finished watching the Crown. If you like history drama type TV shows and like the royal family, then The Crown is something to watch. And then I just watched a lot of old stuff. Now, what I found interesting with my daughter, the baby girl, is that she was watching stuff that we used to watch, and she liked it. She has binge watched the Parkers.
Yeah.
After she finished watching the Parkers, she binge watched Moesha first.
Yeah.
From Moesha, she went to the Parkers. She had, and then it was something else she binge watched, and it was all stuff that we watched, and I was like,
I'm girlfriends. Sabrina did.
she can't watch. She my no, my daughter, the baby can't binge watch Girlfriends, but I did.
You
And
watch
when I watched Girlfriends, it was really funny because I realized how toxic Tony is, and they remind me a lot of Issa Rae and Molly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, it's a lot of colorism going on in here.
Yeah, girlfriends. It was always fun to watch them. That was entertaining. I always crack jokes
Yeah.
with because we used to watch that a lot when we first started dating.
Oh, that was your way to get close to her. You would watch Girlfriends.
Close to you.
This is your confession to Sabrina.
Yeah, no, look, I ended up watching Girlfriends.
Yeah. It
Watching
was a
Girlfriends.
really good show, though.
Yeah, it really was. I enjoyed Tracy Ellis. Tracy Ellis Ross, and not realizing down the line that she was actually Diana Ross's daughter.
You didn't know that?
In the beginning, I didn't. It was definitely a few years later before I realized who her mother was. Yeah, because
Oh,
her
okay.
son is the guy who's T.I.'s little brother in ATL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's married to Jessica Simpson's sister.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's all grown man,
Hmm.
grown man now
With a baby.
with a baby.
With a baby.
Life moves on. Life moves on. Life moves on. But that's awesome. That's awesome. This was fun, Adrian.
It was fun.
Had a good time. We had a good time. We had a
We
good time.
did. We
Yeah,
did.
I want to give a shout out to our friends LJ, um, who has a phenomenal talk show out in Long Island here in New York, and I will be a guest on her show next Saturday discussing mental health awareness in addition to discussing my acting career. So shout out to LJ. I don't know if you're watching anything, but thank you.
I didn't put my ticker up today.
Uh,
I
so
didn't put my ticker up.
shout out to her for the phenomenal invitation. So yeah, we got to do that next week. So I had to go get a suit today, y'all. I did. I had to go
You
get
went
me.
and got a suit?
I had to go buy me a suit today because I've lost a lot of weight during COVID season.
Yeah,
And
you have lost a lot of weight during COVID, and I commend you. Yep.
I did have to do. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I've always emphasized the importance of exercise because we were in a space excuse me, last year where everybody was sitting at home and sitting still. And me personally, I think not that you're not excited to be home, but we found ourselves in a space where if I did not go out the door, that was it. If I didn't go outside, then I wouldn't have a reason to crank up my car. I wouldn't even have a reason to drive down the street. So exercise was a huge help. Um, and I know it was a lot of things that was on the calendar for last year that I was forward to doing. And I'm not even chasing myself for 2021. We take it one day at a time, but I can definitely say exercise plays a major part, and just be staying throughout this whole process. So I emphasize the importance of exercise. I'm not saying you got to train like you're trying out for a football team, but a 30-minute walk, 25-minute walk, go to the gym, just something to get out to get everything speeded up. Because of course, in the African community, we're the ones that's diabetes, we're the ones that's affected with high blood pressure and hypertension. So it's very imperative that we focus on good eating habits, exercise, so we can lower our chances of COVID.
Yeah, and take sea moss, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, and your zinc.
Okay.
Okay.
And drink plenty of water too. Increase your water.
Yes, drink
Right.
plenty of water. Okay. Okay.
I
And do a facial steam if you can.
yeah. I got into that. I got into my daughter and my wife. They, doing these facials and stuff like that. So I got down with the program to get the skin clear. So it was a huge change. You just find ways to improve yourself during this or during last year when we were all sitting still. But we want to take those same good habits into 2021 as well.
Yes, I jumped on my Peloton yesterday.
Let's keep it going. We got to stay consistent. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, oh yeah. I got some. I got a few goals.
We got to keep it going.
I
Going
got a. I have a few goals.
you know. Well, everybody, I'm glad y'all tuned in. I'm glad you guys tuned in, and we thank you so much. And we want to wish you all a happy and prosperous 2021. One thing we learned tremendously from that other year is patience, and we also learned that tomorrow is not promised.
Oh
Clearly,
no, 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 no,
it
no, no.
is not promised. So we have to live life and enjoy life and appreciate the people in your life. You know what I mean? It
Exactly.
it doesn't take much for people to go from 0 to 100. It doesn't take much for people to get something construed. It doesn't take much for people to just disconnect. So it's so important that we take the time out to speak to each other, communicate with each other. It's already tension anyway because of how how the world is now, and especially here in America, when you got the North moving one way, you got the South another way, you got the West Coast moving another way, you got the Midwest moving another way. So hopefully, as we come into this 2021 year, we'll take these baby steps and things can go back. Probably never back to normal, but we can get closer to normal than we were before. And that's my spiel. So,
That's your
uh,
spill. Okay.
that's my spiel. So we're gonna drop these gems. Make sure
I don't have any gems tonight. I
you
honestly, I
know,
have no gems tonight. I mean, I think we said it all already. Meditate, exercise, take your vitamins to include sea moss, and drink water.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna add that as a mental health clinician here.
Hold on.
Uh, oh, sorry.
And love on your people. Tell them you love them. They can't hear you when they're gone. And be sincere when you do it. A lot of times people don't know that you love them. Now, there's a difference between being in love with somebody and loving them, but still, for your family and friends, just tell them that you love them, and just love on them, call them, you
Mhm.
know, text them. Sometimes all it takes is a little text. Don't text a whole conversation. Just send a text. I love you.
Awesome, awesome. And I'm going to piggyback on saying that if you're not able to go for mental health treatment, because a lot of times, well, what we all learned um, is that the depression rate was higher. People with anxiety, it was higher. PTSD, just a lot of it was an emotional strain for pretty much everyone. There's not a person that didn't feel a certain type of way emotionally, which impacts us mentally. So if you're not able to go see a mental health therapist, or you feel like you need to see a mental health therapist, or whatever, keep good people around you, keep good energy around you, and do things to keep yourself positive. You know what I mean? To keep yourself in a positive state. Like I said, think of things how you can reinvent yourself. Think of ways where you can do this or you can do that. Just doing things to just stimulate your mind. I think it's so important that we all think of ways where we can grow as a person. Think of ways that you can do things to better things for your family. Focus on being a better husband. Focus on being a better wife. Focus on being a better friend. Focus on being the best mental health clinician, or the best actor, or the best lawyer. Or, whatever it is that you're doing, just focus on trying to turn it up to another level.
Or just focus on being the best possible you
The best possible you. Either way it goes, because there's always room for
and love
improvement
on your significant other.
and love on your significant other. Love on your significant. But that covers the husband.
I just wanted to say that. Just
You
love
know,
on them.
just love
Love
on them.
on them.
Just love
And men, give your woman the last piece of food that shows you love them.
on the nastiest food.
Your last piece of food.
Your last piece. If you watch the movie The Brothers, you know what I'm talking
Yep.
about. That's a classic too. That's a classic.
Yes.
So anyway,
That's that movie is actually a gem.
oh, it really is. It really
Yeah.
is.
Because and it's not so much of the movie; it's the teaching aspect to Jennifer Lewis and the females.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, so everybody stay positive. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. And we'll sign out. We'll let y'all know if we'll be back on next Saturday. Paul is in my court. So we'll definitely let our viewers know if we'll be back on next Saturday. If I'm not here next Saturday, you'll
Then
see
I will be here.
my girl
Woo!
here. She'll hold it.
And I might have a surprise.
She might have a surprise. So
I
anyway,
might have a surprise.
we want to say good night and we love y'all. Y'all stay safe
We
and
love you all.
out of here. New York and Nietzsche from DMV.
Yes.